Welcome back and thank you for staying tuned. Known for their philanthropic initiatives, the Rotary Club of St. Lucia has continued in that vein with the handing over of feet and leg components to the National Council of and for Persons with Disabilities. Solange Alfred tells us more in this report.
Friday, 12 April marked a special day for the National Council of and for Persons with Disabilities, according to First Vice President of the NCPD, Stephen Edmonds. The collaborative efforts of Rotary Club Grosley and Rotary Club Winchester UK made the day's donation a reality. Edmonds says that charitable contributions like these go a long way in advancing the way of life of those living with disabilities.
Today is a very important one for the organization, for the National Council, and this is why we want to extend our sincere gratitude and thanks and appreciation to these clubs, because what is happening as a result of these people being able to have access to these prosthetic limbs, life would become much more easier for such people, because those who are confined to their various homes, lack of employment, lack of social participation, and just the ability to move about and to fully participate, this will, improve the lives of these individuals who are in need, because diabetes is a very damaging malady in St. Lucia.
President of the Rotary Club of Grosley, Lenita Joseph, says this contribution is in line with Rotary's mandate to give back to the NCPD.
This was actually the legacy project for the Rotary Club of Grosley. It was our main project for this year. And the main objective of that project was to build the capacity of the National Council for Persons with Disabilities. And one of the components was a training program. So together with Winchester Rotary, we were able to facilitate a training program to retool or just train persons, technicians, to manufacture prosthetic limbs. That training was completed in February this year. One of the things that we thought was that there's a growing population of persons with disabilities, especially amputees, as a direct result of diabetes. Those persons become very disengaged because their mobility has been diminished, and they're not able to maintain their employment, which is very unfortunate. And most of those persons are still within the productive age range. So in doing this, we thought we would still be able to allow persons to continue working, restore that dignity, and allow persons to maintain some kind of economic advantage.
68 assorted feet, 12 sockets, 100 tubes, and a variety of adapters and tools needed for the fitting process was included as part of the donation. International Rotary Club member Richard Spalding notes that the idea formulated by President Joseph was a worthwhile endeavor that was easy to get behind.
This just seemed to be a really good project to get involved in. It was a brilliant idea, being brilliantly created by President Lenita, and we really couldn't not help with it. So I've no personal involvement with prosthetics. I've had a little bit of working with health information before, and I could understand the value of what was needed, and it just happened to all come together.
The total value of contribution was approximately $200,000, but as explained by a member of Rotary, virtually everything was second-hand and donated all for free. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Solange Alfred.
Officers of the Assessment and Evaluation Unit of the Division of Education held a CXC administration meeting with school principals, exam presiding officers, and invigilators recently in preparation for the sitting of the CXC examinations on island. Registrar of Examinations, Carmelita Matthew, says it is imperative for standards to be kept and elevated.
Our purpose here remains the same. Soldiers prepare themselves for the battlefield. In the same way, our chief invigilators and their assistants need to refresh themselves in order to get acquainted with CXC standards. Our objective here today is to give you the tools needed to sufficiently carry out your responsibilities assigned to you. It is a day for reflection on your past administrative activities, which will guarantee that inappropriate actions will not reoccur. We need to focus on doing things in the right manner. An anonymous writer wrote, "If you don't have time to do it right, you must have time to do it over."
Matthews says this year the demand for accuracy is even higher from CXC. She stressed that there is no time or money to correct a plethora of errors at the CXC level. Chief invigilators are being called upon to get more organized, meticulous, and systematic. The United States Immigration and Customs Enforcement ICE agency says Caribbean citizens were among 123 foreign nationals apprehended during a month-long operation targeting immigrants with prior arrests or convictions for driving under the influence of alcohol or drugs. On Wednesday, ICE said the operation, which was spearheaded by its enforcement and removal operations, also targeted at-large criminal aliens and illegal re-entrants. The Caribbean nationals are from Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago, and the Dominican Republic. Others arrested across the state were nationals from Brazil, Costa Rica, Ecuador, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, Mexico, Nicaragua, Peru, Poland, and Spain. Of those arrested during the operation, 90% had prior criminal convictions. Now, ICE also indicated that the immigrants range from the ages 19 to 56 years old. Over 42 participants received their certification of completion in the hospitality training program from Sandals on Friday. The program, which was initiated back in 2009, boasts the graduation of more than 500 participants thus far. Solange Alfred tells us more.
Born from a need to support the growth and development of the hospitality industry is the Sandals Certification Program. On Friday, 12 April, the institution held a certification ceremony for 42 participants who endured a 10-week intensive program. Training and Development Manager Marsha King says that the hope remains that those graduating students will be in a better position technically to advance themselves in the hospitality industry.
The program permits you an opportunity to train in the kitchen, housekeeping, bars, the restaurant, an area that students would desire to grow. And so after successfully completing the interview section of the program, then the students are placed in departments. It also comprises of soft skills training, which of course we believe is also critical. So far, the program has attained great value. We have received calls from numerous organizations who actually look forward to such exercises so that they too can recruit from the program. And so Sandals remains proud being the pioneer of such a wonderful initiative and ensuring that it continues making that meaningful impact in our industry.
Specializing in front desk operation, participant Nessa Willie touts the immense impact the program imprinted on her personal and professional development.
At first it was difficult, but I came through. It was really awesome. I had a great time. Everybody made a great impact on me. I am encouraging everybody who hasn't been in the program to please, if you are interested in pursuing your career, if you want to achieve something, I really would advise anybody out there to join that program because it helps a lot. It was so great. I just don't even know how to express myself. But it was really awesome, and I'd encourage anybody to give the program a try.
Sandals remains an institution geared towards the development of young talent within the hospitality industry, while simultaneously giving back to its host country through its philanthropic leg dubbed the Sandals Foundation. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Solange Alfred.
Thank you very much, Solange. You're watching the Hot 7 Nightly News. Sports news with Tennyson Glasgow is up next.